Lucerne. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand in science.
Somebody knows she's gonna go somewhere.
You know why? Because we got our pack. We got our, come here. Because we got our pack. Yeah.
Oh, she's ready for a hike. So you might be wondering what exactly there is to see in Hohenwald, Tennessee. We're gonna go find out.
Not hole in the wall. Hohenwald.
Wall.
Hohenwald?
Hohenwald.
Hole in wall. Kind of like a hole in a wall.
Somewhere between Memphis and Nashville. We're only about an hour kind of south of Loretta Lynn's ranch. But we're going to go check out a couple waterfalls and check out a couple trails today. Short ones.
We can't go to her place because it's underwater.
Yeah.
It's kind of a ordeal over there anyway. So
Pretty sad, yeah. It's not far at all from here, and they had some bad flooding.
yeah.
So, but we're going to get out and explore just a bit and take Lulu. We found out the dog's here.
Yeah, we found out there's a dog here.
We found out the trails here are dog friendly as long as you have them leashed. So we're going to go take Lulu and see what we see.
Yes.
Our first stop here is the burial site of Captain Meriwether Lewis, head of the Lewis and Clark expedition. And apparently in 1809 he was traveling the Natchez Trace Parkway on his way to Washington, D.C. to deliver all of his journals and notes and so forth from his expedition, and passed away here en route to D.C. So in 1848, the state of Tennessee came along and officially put a monument here at his gravesite, and then later the Daughters of the American Revolution erected this the big monument. So it's right off the Natchez Trace. You can drive right up to it, easy to find, and kind of a cool piece of history. So rightfully so, this is a national monument. It's also a colonial cemetery, and there's tiny little gravestones, maybe 4 inches, 5 inches by 5 inches, little markers all over this grassy area with names. There's a few unknown, but apparently it's an old pioneer cemetery. So the Natchez Trace Parkway, or the Natchez Trace Trail, it began as an old buffalo and Indian trail. And then back in 1801, through negotiations with the Choctaw and Chickasaw Indians, both my people, my dad's side of the family has Choctaw and Chickasaw, just a side note. But anyways, by negotiation with those two tribes, they came to an agreement to allow commerce and settlers to pass on the Natchez Trace. And right behind me is an original section of the Natchez Trace. So this cabin that's behind me, this is actually where Meriwether Lewis died, October 11th, 1808. And then the monument in the cemetery just behind us a little further is where he was actually buried. So they've preserved both of these sites for people to see, the cabin and then his burial site as well.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what. They've definitely re-chinked it. I know, I can see that. But you can see the marks, and I don't know if they've done this just for tourism, but you can actually see where they have leveled the logs, or this way, because the chink mark, or the hatchet marks go in this way.
Behind me here is the monument that was erected by the Daughters of the American Revolution, and reading on it, apparently Andrew Jackson and his troops traveled the Natchez Trail to engage the British during the Revolutionary War. Really cool piece of history here.
Look. Of course, I had to walk right in the middle of a big old spider web. We go down this way and beat those people. One minute.
This is the Fall Hollow Falls Trail. It's only about 3/10 of a mile, pretty easy, very pretty falls, and someone just told us there's another whole section of it down below us, so we're gonna go check that out.
That is nice and cool.
Isn't it cool? This hike sounded neat, but this is way cooler than anything I imagined.
That's pretty cool. Nice little jaunt down in here, and it's what, maybe quarter of a mile?
Yeah, I think they said 3/10 of a mile.
Yeah, it ain't very far. There's two little, well, this is the biggest waterfall, and then there's another one you can walk behind. This one you can walk behind. I mean, it ain't no raging river, but it's, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Oh, the water's cool and refreshing, and
Yeah.
there's
And inside this tree canopy, it's muggy.
yeah, it
It's like
is.
Maui.
It is. It's Hawaii hot. There's this little pool here, though. If I had known, shoot, I might have brought a bathing suit and jumped in because the water looks really inviting. It's so hot. But it does feel nice to stand underneath the falls and let the water just splash on you.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
It
Pretty
is.
cool. A lot of spiders, though. I wonder why she always puts me in front.
Spider blocker.
Yeah.
All right, this one's called Stillhouse Hollow Falls. They didn't mention anything about needing a 4x4 to get into the parking lot, but you almost need one. It's pretty rough.
And we got up here in the smart car, so you don't need a
Right, obviously.
You almost don't need one. But
It was pretty rough in the smart, just like what, 20 yards, but it was short, and you almost miss it from the highway. It's not very well marked. We had to come back to it. But go see what this one's like. Hey, Lulu.
Hey!
This way. This way.
Got my Merce.
Come on, Lou. Well, an old chimney is not what you'd expect to find in the middle of the woods. Especially, we had to go down some steep downhill to get here. I mean, whoever brought that in had to pack all those bricks down a long ways. Huh. Or is it maybe an old still? No?
We almost got dinner too.
Oh, yeah?
A bug.
Oh, there he goes.
A bug flew down here.
Yeah, there's block in the ground like an old foundation. So, must have been an old cabin or something at one time. Just a rather odd place for it. I think we're almost to the falls. I can hear them. Well, that's cool. Well, this may just be the place drones go to die. It went in the drink.
Yeah. I was going in for that beautiful shot. And as she was talking to me, my finger was on the trigger. And I looked up about the time it goes.
Smack.
We watched it go into the drink. It was all I could do. I couldn't get back control. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
It nailed it and flipped upside down and fell down the rocks.
So since he went in the water to get the drone out, he figured he may as well cool off a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best, but we're not hopeful.
No.
At least maybe we can salvage the footage off of it when we get back.
Yeah, we will, because it was on the phone. It goes straight to the phone.
Oh, right. And it was still, well, and the chip I think will be okay, but it was still transmitting the picture.
I wonder what it looks like underwater.
We'll have to check it out and see. All right, we've got a steep climb back up, and we've been hearing thunder.
Yeah.
Some good thunder, so.
And plus, my egg sandwich wore off about 2 hours ago.
Right.
I'm gonna start getting hangry here in a minute.
Uh-oh, we better go.
Welcome to Sonic. What can I get for you?
We're gonna get 2 medium Sonic Reese's Blast. Did I say that right?
You said 2 medium Reese's Blast.
2 mediums, yes ma'am.
What else can I get for you?
That's it.
Thanks for 942 plus 4 ounce.
$8.58.
We deserve ice cream, right?
I do.
Yeah. I know we've earned at least a couple cocktails when we get home and ice cream. I think so.